Hello, welcome to Lindsey's Poetry Corner. This is Raven649, aka Lindsey Lou on Google Plus, Raven649 known on YouTube for many, many years. And L. Robinson known on my blog on my poetry. So on this, what we're going to be doing is writing some poems, and we're going to be sharing some poems. This month I have written 5 poems, I believe, so far. 2, 4, one titled Raise the Flag, which is an LBGD pride poem. Hope is all about hope. Beware Love Ahead breakup poem. No Hate LGBT poem. And Payback another breakup poem. So it's up to you which I shall read first. Lindsay's Poetry Corner! Coming around to say the motherfucking thing now! Fuck yeah! Hopefully some Mamma Mia's will join the call. No. I don't want anyone who's going to cause any trouble to join my hangout either. St. Thomas. So, we have one viewer. Viewer, I shall read you the Hope poem. Or shall I read you Raise the Flag? Don't you know what to believe? All the way from the heart is hope. Where to start? It's not just one thing, it's surrounded by light that is also white, for it's all the colors. So we wouldn't want to surround ourselves with nothing but hope. Fear not, for fear is just out of reach. A grasp of breath within the mist of flowing light. I know what is wrong with me. It digs and bends my mind to clear to make peace. So I yearn for this. It's logical. Sometimes I find myself unable to bear so much emotions. Call it being hypersensitive. Fine, label me, medicate me to numb me. This happens. I know that the light is shining upon me is what I need. So this hope is one soul and spirit. Faith is needed for hope. Wouldn't you agree that you would need faith for self-improvement? God has no place in this. This faith has no agenda. If you need a foundation for this hope, because your mind can expand, this hope can save you. I know as it did for me. So if I must, it's the ultimate light. That is a rainbow. Remember, a rainbow is a symbol of hope to many. It's something special, close to self, close to the heart. Hope. Don't lose that grasp. Close your eyes, breathe in and out, deep breaths. We must relax. This is needed sometimes. We find ourselves so caught up in what we forget is compassion. Light, bright night with a crescent moon in the sky. Some people just don't care, but I care. It's a talent that I share. So worry not, that hope shall be in your grasp, as it's in mine and not far from yours. But this is for me anyways, and how I feel I need this bright, colorful light, hope, to surround my ever being. It defines me. I finally feel right. It took me so long to find this absolute knowledge. I hope that I'm right. I consider being the light where darkness, emptiness, silence was in my heart. But light came a knocking. So here we are. Wonder what's next. Share, breathe, tell, scream, shout, and let it all out. For hope is here, never to wilt. I hope that when I pass from this reality, that my hope will bring hope to another lost one. I won't lie, I struggled, only to realize that I will always be there, just within the grasp, waiting to be hugged. It will always be there, waiting for within our grasp, just waiting to be hugged. So turn to one another, my friend. Take a minute once in a while to breathe that breath. Hug a companion for it. Smile, don't forget, it's a kindness. Hope for today so it brings tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that hope poem. No hate. I am brought to tears that I am seen on the vast nation of the web. I thought we were past all this hate towards us. Boy, I was wrong. Sure, we lesbians don't get as much as hate as others. Men, ooh, that's sexy. I banged them both. Hate to break it to you, they are lesbians. Look it up. They only like women. Want someone to fuck? Go to a bar and pick up the many straight women out there. Don't waste your time on us. Fuck hate of all kinds, but mostly homophobia. It's a new age, is it not? Why are we still here dwelling on such petty hate such as homophobia? Why must there be tears from flag for those that lose losses of their children? As Chumbawamba said, homophobia is the worst disease. Can't love anyone in times like these. I hate that when you're talking to an education and when they talk about a homosexual agenda. What agenda? What agenda? We just want acceptance. The rights the same as you. Was it the black agenda when black Americans stood up for their rights and marched? And even now in the Americans in the Americas, known to be the first world, black Americans face racism. Really? Seriously? Why must there be so much hate towards what is different? We're all the same inside. Why so much hate? Fuck hate. Mother Nature made us this way. She made you the way you are. Be you straight, gay, lesbian, bi, pansexual, transsexual, queer, asexual. I address you, haters. I dare you to bring your hate to me and my poetry. Everything you throw at me, I will rebuttal back to you. Nothing you will get me down. I have family and community. I see straight people. I see a straight agenda. You will cause division, so we hate each other. It's not going to work because love conquers all. I love myself and I love the haters. I feel pity on their small, tiny little minds. You cannot expand and we're past it. And it's just love that we have. We would want you to love to share with you under the rainbow of hope. So will you dance with me? Dance across the field of joy, away from hate. March on, courageous ones. Show your pride. We need to do so in this world until everyone is free to love. So I leave you with this. Expand your mind, love your family, love a stranger, because you don't know what is really needed. When you cast judgment, stop, think, process, and refer to homophobia and reflect. I leave you with this. Peace. Nancy's Poach Corner. Need a link, buddy. Need a link. Linky, linky, linky.
Hi, Lindsey. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing okay.
Glad to hear it. I like your scarf.
Thank you. My bandana. It's my favorite one so far.
How's Poetry Corner going today?
Oh, good.
Lindsey's Poetry Corner.
I was just to my one viewer, and now I have two viewers, but I had one viewer and I read them the hope poem
Mm-hmm.
and the no hate poem.
Oh, that's good. That's a good poem to have. No hate.
Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Oh, Jeff's gonna join in a few if there's room.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then we'll get a good discussion going.
What are we talking about?
Jeff Keller?
No, but what discussion about what? Discussion about
Anything.
poetry? Hmm?
Yeah, we'll talk about poetry.
Oh, all right. Lindsey's Poetry Corner.
Come on around, save a motherfucking day now, fuck yeah! Well, give me a topic what I should write about, and I can go whip up another poem.
Um, the The source of laughter. What causes laughter? Or groundhogs.
Okay, I can maybe do that.
One of those. Or radiation. You can also... Nuclear submarines. You can do a poem on nuclear submarines.
No.
Like ode to nuclear submarines. How
Oh,
about...
your submarines. You're so fast and big and beautiful. Because so many things. You killed the Loch Ness monster.
It's perfect. That's perfect. And then if you could maybe throw ninjas in there some way, then that would be ultimate. Ultimate Loch Ness Monster Destroyers! I used to love nuclear submarines or whatever, just subs. They were so interesting. I remember way long time ago, like early 90s, I used to play a game on my PC called Sea Wolf, I think it was called, something like that. I don't know, but it was like submarine warfare, attacking and killing.
Hee hee ho, laughter, oh joyous laughter, oh joyous indeed. It comes from the heart, though some mistake it indeed. That's my home so far.
Okay, sounds good. I'm claiming that poem, by the way. I'm claiming it as your inspiration, so any money you make on it, just send me a check.
Okay.
The Demented Duo. What is that? That looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, it's Twisted.
Oh, what is Twisted?
It's a band.
Okay.
Twisted. We don't die. Serial killers, we don't die. Freaks of the night, we don't die. I'll link you to a song.
Yuki Duki.
YouTube. Where are you, YouTube?
Alex at work?
Yeah.
Getting excited about your new computer yet?
Yeah, I'm buying it at the end of the month, though.
Yep. Yeah, I'm getting pretty excited about my new 3DS. Get it, baby. Releases on Friday, so I'll probably get it like a week from Friday or whatever. Monster Hunter. Lindsey's Poetry Corner. You know what else I was thinking was maybe we could do neon, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Like a neon look to it or whatever. I've seen those. I have to look into how to do that, but
I have to go turn on a light or something. It's too dark in here.
right on.
Alright.
What the fuck? Somebody keeps messaging me. Are they messaging you?
But,
Are you messaging me?
no.
Keep hearing the blink. Leave me alone. I'm in the poetry corner, son. Lindsay's poetry corner of death.
I'm writing a poem right now.
Yeah.
You want to hear it so far, or do you want to wait till
No,
it's
keep
finished?
going. Keep going.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Pyong?
Good, good. Lindsay is busy at work typing up a poem here.
Typing up a poem. Oh, this is a poetry session, eh?
Yeah.
Lindsay's Poetry Corner.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Ah, this poem is about laughter. The title is Ha Ha Ha, and it starts off as hee hee ho ha, hee hee ho ha. Laughter is joyous, oh joyous indeed. It comes from the heart, though some mistake it indeed. Actually, some may disagree that is from the brain it comes. Thoughts are molded, and then the grin is born. Soon after laughter happens, hee hee, ha ha, sniffle, sniffle. Tears of joy come from laughter as well. But what is the cause? I guess we'll never know. It's in the bones that we humans have. Some animals can laugh, but none but the greatest of the animal, the human, can justify the true snicker, the true laughter. There are different kinds indeed. Evil laughter, such as mwahahaha, or the little innocent kitty laughter, hee 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 hee, or good old laughter of any kind will do. Oh ho ha ha, hee hee, ha ha ha. So, my friend, will you laugh with me around the world? In these times ahead, we can have a grand old time and keep our heart light. Kindred spirits we are, my friends. Laugh onwards indeed.
I like it. Very good.
Yeah, it's good, Lindsey.
Yeah, it was interesting to write.
It sounds like it has pretty good meter. I'm not an expert in that, but to me it sounds has a nice tempo, a nice rhythm.
Yeah, I liked it. But, like, I've written, like, 6 poems in the past, like, 3 days.
Hmm.
So, been on a poem typing spree.
A poem tear.
How are you, Jeff? I haven't talked to you in a long time.
I've been well. Just been plugging away, doing some freelance work and stuff like that. So been a little busy. That's the only reason I haven't been on as much as I normally am. But things are going well. How about you?
I've been sad. I got dumped on Saturday.
Oh no. The friend that you told me about? Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
then I
tough.
felt even horrible today because I found her on
I'm sorry, you found her on where?
Paw, Plenty of Fish.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that. It's a networking.
Yes, lots of Canadians use it.
Oh, that's tough.
Then I wrote Payback's a Bitch poem.
Well, it's good to have that creative outlet because it's better than firing off a nasty email. But I'm sorry to hear that. I know that's painful.
Love stings, everybody hates it. Not really. Lots of people like love.
Hmm.
Like, Eric's in love with my sister. Not kidding.
I don't know if that could even be. She's so much younger than me, you know? I don't know. Probably not.
Are you married, Jeff?
Yeah, I've been married. It'll be in April. It'll be 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. It's hard to believe I'm older than 30 years old. Much less that I've been married for 30 years. It's crazy. We were very young when we met. We were, um, well, actually, we knew each other in grade school, but we knew who each other. I knew who she was, but she was a class ahead of mine, so we didn't really meet till we were in junior high school, which today would be called middle school in most
Oh,
areas. So
Wow.
we go way back.
Cool.
Yeah, it has been. It's been great.
how old are you now?
Oh my God, I'll be 54 in May.
Oh, wow, you're like a year older than my mom. A year younger than my mom.
Oh well, at least I'm younger. That makes me feel a little bit better.
She turns 55 on Thursday.
Oh, she's old. uh,
So you guys waited a little bit after college then, Jeff, or how'd that work out for you?
oh, I didn't go to college until I was already working and stuff like that. We were 23,
Mm-hmm.
so if you do the math, that should be right. So still 53. So yeah, we got married pretty young, and we were just good friends. It was kind of a no-brainer. We just thought we should get married. I don't know if we would. Back then, it was more of a thing to get married, and I had no problems with it. But and we got married in a church. But I might do that part of it a little differently. But I certainly wouldn't do the. I wouldn't pick anyone else or not be with her.
Right.
So as far as that goes, yeah, it was. We've been through a lot. It's funny every once in a while, like today, uh, we were just talking matter of factly about teachers in elementary school that we both knew or had at one point. It's like, oh my God, I've been with this woman forever. It's so funny.
Kind of sweet.
It is sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
We're a good couple, and we're different in a lot of ways, but we always just had the same kind of sense of humor and the same kind of we're compatible,
Mm-hmm.
and without we do stuff on our own, so she's interested in certain things, and so we never really hovered over each other. I think that worked for us. So we have things in common that we do like, and then things that we don't like. Neither one of us has ever deprived the other of, pursuing whatever they wanted to do. So it's been really good.
Do you guys have kind of the same ideas about money and how to spend it and how to save it and that sort of thing?
We complement each other in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife's a little more conservative with money than I am, but it's we're kind of I guess compliment would be a good, because whatever the topic is, one of us is pretty good at keeping it in moderation. So in some areas where I think she might overreact, I'm pretty good at reining in on having her think about it in a different way. And then in some areas where I may have weaknesses, she sort of is the moderating force. So between in just about every category, one of us reins in on the other one in a nice way, that kind of keeps things in line. But neither one of us are. Most of us we're pretty conservative. We live pretty much within our means now, so it's not money is not really a source of conflict with us. So.
Yeah. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, and actually, we don't really have. I mean, we're like anybody else. We have some days one of us is irritable or whatever, and not fun to be around. But we've never had any kind of major fights or anything along those lines. It's just never happened.
Wow.
Yeah, we really have not had. I mean, in 30 years, I could probably count on one hand how many times one of us has been really, really wound up about something, and And neither one of us can hold a grudge, so we're talking about this lasting maybe an hour or two at most.
That's
But
phenomenal.
yeah, it's pretty. It's we kind of we kind of should be together. I mean, it's always it's never been a problem. Never had a problem with her, nor she with me to any great extent.
That is amazing. I don't know. I don't think that. I mean, I've got friends who have pretty solid marriages, and I have friends I don't think they'll ever get divorced. But I don't think any of them can say that they haven't had, at least a couple, not where they got in physical fights, but had a couple big time disagreements.
Yeah, and I would say I've had a couple over
Yeah,
not really huge disagreements.
yeah, yeah,
You know, nothing that wasn't resolved after a conversation. But,
yeah. That's amazing. Good for you. I'm glad.
yeah, and it's like I was talking to people that were saying, "Oh, so you and your wife work at home together? How does that work out?" And I said, "Well, we have separate offices." It was like we kind of like each other. It's like I never really understood why people are like, "Oh, I don't want to be around my husband all day long. That would be terrible." It was like, well, maybe not if you really like your husband or your wife. So we work in our house, but I know she'll close her door, and I know she has a teleconference or something like that, and vice versa. But it's not like, oh, I don't want to be around her. So my parents used to joke about that. They would say, for better or for worse, but not for lunch. And even as a kid, I was like, well, what's the point if you don't you don't like her, you need to be away from her? I mean, I understand you don't want to be hovered over all the time, but um, it's really funny.
Yeah, yep. No, I feel the same way. I like people. I like hanging around people, and I don't have. I also like my privacy, though. Actually, so.
Well, that was kind of a thing with me. We both like our privacy, and probably I do more than she does. But it's no problem if you have more than a couple bedrooms in your house. You can have your own little sanctuary. But I definitely like privacy, and that was actually one of the reasons I wasn't crazy about the idea of having kids, and we never did have kids. But I actually thought, gee, I don't want to be around people all the time. But um,
Really?
yeah, it was. But as far as my wife goes, I mean, we do some things together, we do some things separately, and it works out. So living with my wife, I don't feel like I'm devoid of privacy at all.
Right.
I mean, we have a decent sized house, but it's not huge.
Hmm.
So yeah, neither one of us. We decided we decided not to have kids for whatever reason. I'm sure if we had them, it would have been great, but we never did. So we like being uncles and aunts just fine.
Sure. Yeah.
And we've done big brothers, big sisters, so we have little mentors. We mentor kids. One who's now 23, who's like a son to me, just a great guy. And Sue mentors a young gal who's 13, 14. So there's plenty of kids to take care of.
Sure. That's really nice. I've never
Yeah.
considered that. I used to volunteer with adult literacy, but
Hmm.
which was fun. It was really gratifying, but a lot of times the people would like I never really made long-lasting relationships with people because they would, they'd stick with it for a while and get to a point where they were like, "Okay, see you later." Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a super long-term kind of deal. But
Yeah, it's kind of Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's kind of where the rubber meets the road. I mean, it is a commitment. Um, it is being there and being involved and not just being, sending money or anything like that. Exactly like reading and the things that you did too. I'm not saying that they're similar, but it takes. And we've had a relatively easy time of it because in both cases we've had two. Both cases, the families were really supportive um, of it, and sometimes that's not the case, and um, and that can make it really difficult. But people get through that. I mean, people who are big brothers and big sisters, they face all those challenges, and so many of them work around it and make the best of it.
What do you mean that the parents don't like the big brother big? I would think they would have to have their permission to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, they do have. Well, so you come up with all kinds of situations, and sometimes the actual parents are not the guardians of the child, so so there's complications there. Sometimes the parent will initially sign the child up, but then start to feel jealousy about the attention that someone else is getting from the child, or one family member will be more supportive of it than another. So it can be challenging with the families emotionally. The children can be compromised and have a lot of things to work through, which take a lot more attention than one might expect. Although the organization itself is really good about screening people and finding out really, because they want foremost they want it to succeed, because really it does happen and it's unavoidable, but the worst thing that can happen is you bond with a child and then for some reason it has to end. And so the organization is really good about screening people and finding out what they're up for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so and I remember when I was screened, I was up to certain challenges, but not other challenges. So they do a really good job of making matches that last. Unfortunately, even if you do the best job in the world, sometimes people get transferred or relocated, and that results in the ending of a relationship, which can be pretty heartbreaking for all involved. And the organization steps in and tries to make the best of that. So, but
what kind of stuff did you do with your? You call him a little brother?
yeah, little brother, capital L, capital B. I have a little brother who's my biological little brother. Actually, he's kind of a good bit taller than I am. But anyway, we did stuff that he wanted, and actually that was part of the screening process. So they found out that, well, when I got matched with my little brother, we had already met him, so we kind of said we want this guy.
Uh-huh.
But if I hadn't met him, they asked me all kinds of, not just really the kind of gritty questions that I was just talking about, but they also asked me what like if I was interested in sports, and and that's where you tell them, you know what, I don't want to go to a baseball game every weekend. I'm good for once a year or twice a year or whatever. So I wasn't that interested in sports, and they know that. So they try to match you on the soft stuff as well. So my little brother kind of liked doing the same kind of. He just liked to hang out with us. I mean, he didn't get out much, and he would just like to, like Sue and I, we would go over and pick him up, take him to lunch, and we go bum around the mall, do stuff, and that's what he liked to do, and that's what we did. So we kind of tailored it to him. The organization itself had activities, we would take him to those. So we did go to some of the there's a minor league baseball team here. I took him down to see um, I'm terrible with sports. It was basketball, I know that. But Magic Johnson was there, and he met Magic Johnson, and he really liked that. And but he wasn't that into sports, so we mostly we just hung out with him, and we still do that. Like, he's 23. I'll go pick him up where he works now. We'll go have lunch like a couple times a month, and he's I was helping him. He has an apartment now, and I've been helping him. He was gonna mount his TV. Now he's getting an entertainment center, so I'm gonna help him put it together. Just ordinary stuff like that, normal stuff. Not anything elaborate all the time, but just hanging out and being his friend and all that. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
And there's nothing contrived about that. I mean, literally, he's a great guy. He is a great friend. He's fun to be with. He's got a great sense of humor. We have a great time when we do stuff.
What would have happened if you didn't like him? Can you return him?
Yeah, you can't. There's a process, and it's not a. Yeah, if it's a bad match, they actually have, I guess you would call them caseworkers, who follow up all the time, and but even in the absence of a follow up, you would be encouraged to, if it was really a bad match, they would want to know, and they would handle it. Some would handle it better than others, but no, it's not a. Yeah, if it's, I mean, there have been some real mismatches. Sometimes the littles, as they're called, sometimes they're not crazy about the idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes they keep blowing off their big, as they're called. They'll blow them off or whatever, and that can be, or the big can say, I can't handle this situation. I don't think I'm the right person. So there's ways. Definitely, it's something that happens, and they accept it, and they will handle that for you. I mean, we had a really good match. We've had two really good matches where we have had just a great relationship with the with the parents and the family, and they, we earned their trust pretty quickly, and so we had almost no interactions with the organization once we were matched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were just basically like aunt and uncle.
Why would a family, or why would somebody want to be a little brother, do you think?
Oh, well, somebody like me who, a little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just give you an abstract of different cases. So, somebody who lives in a housing project, who has a pretty bleak life. Not to say that that's all bleak, but my little brother was in the program, and they were waiting to place people. He wanted to get out of this world that he was in. That wasn't bad. It was loving and all that, but he was living with a great grandparent actually, and they just weren't able to take care of his needs, as far as, they fed him just fine and all that, but they weren't able to provide him with some of the things that we were. So it just expanded his horizons, and he was aware that was what would happen, and he was really interested in computers and stuff like that. So that I was I'm a computer guy, so he just wanted that kind of attention, and he loved both of us right away. He tried to schmooze us both. He kind of sold himself to us, really. He's a natural salesman at a young age. Anyway. So yeah, it's a good way to. There's plenty of ways uh, to help people out, but that's one that worked really nicely for us. And we had seen the effect that it had on a family member of ours of a couple of generations earlier.
Oh,
And
the
so
same program?
Same program. Yeah, it's been around for several decades. I don't know exactly when it started, but it's been around for a good while. And we had a family member who's now into his 30s who was in the program, and he had a really wonderful mentor, and whom we still see. We'll probably see him in a week or so. He's driving through here, um, but we were really impressed that his mom got him in that program. His father had just left. It's my relative. His father had just sort of abandoned the family suddenly, and his mom was working full time, and she also figured that sort of a two-parent kind of influence would be better for him. So she got him into the program and found like the world's greatest big brother. This guy was amazing, and uh, just taught him how to work on cars and all kinds of stuff, and still is a friend. Even though the program ends when you're 18, but the relationships, if they're any good, they keep going. So.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we were motivated by all that. So yeah, that's what we do. Part of the time when we're not doing something else.
I was actually supposed to be signed up for the big sister thing, but my mom wouldn't sign up for it. She said, "Fuck that! If you want to do something, here's money and go do it yourself."
Oh man, yeah, that's too bad.
So then I got involved with some bad stuff like that. But I got out of it eventually.
Well, we weren't. Our littles will have made some mistakes and will continue to make them, and basically you just want to be their friend and be there. To me, I think you. It's more about what you do than what you say. So I don't feel like I should lecture them, but my wife and I, we had a nice house, and they could see that we had worked hard and all this stuff, and we had a really nice. I don't think sometimes in these situations you don't see couples that really they don't have any template, so that they see these dysfunctional marriages and stuff, and they really don't know what a good marriage even looks like. So it's kind of like show don't tell.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
When I think of marriage, I think of my grandparents.
Yeah. Well, my grandparents, yeah, I don't know. I won't say anything. It's a live hangout. I think they had pretty good marriages, though.
Look how trippy this pillow is.
Wow, very good. That looks like it's from the 60s.
Can you take a good digital picture of that, Lindsay? You want that on your Lindsay's Poetry Corner?
Maybe.
Yeah, if you can spread it out and take a really close-up picture of it in focus, and then ship it to me. I'll put that on there if you want it on there.
Ship it to you.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. I'd kind of like to do that, actually.
Well, I'm sure you'd be excellent at it.
Well, I don't know about that, because I'm like a I'm like a single guy, and I'd be a little bit concerned that they'd question my motives. They'd be like, "What are you doing?"
No, they do a background check for sure.
Uh-huh.
Um, but they really are actually uh, there are a lot more women who do it, and some some of the young men, they're looking for a father figure, and most contrary to what we might hear in the media, most 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 men are not perverts, and
Right.
you know, and you have to get past that. One of the things the organization does for you is they sort of indemnify you. So if you were to do this on your own, um, you know they assume some liability for what happens. I don't know the details, but um, you're protected against like a lawsuit from a parent or anything like that to some degree. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but they otherwise you would say, why? Well, I have the middleman. Why not just go right to the find somebody in need? But uh, that is part of the program that they
Gotcha.
they would certainly intervene if somebody tried to accuse you of something that was unjust. Uh, I mean, nothing is risk free, but
Right. Right.
they would check you out. I remember it's been about 10 years since I first got on, but they asked me. They did a pretty intense interview of me when uh, I mean, I wasn't, but they asked me some uh, very, very extensive questions. Did a background check. Uh, Asked me a lot about questions about my upbringing and stuff like that. To look for any, presumably to look for any warning signals and stuff like that, and um, so
Yeah.
that they want that kind of thing to happen. Uh, that they're more concerned with that kind of thing than you would probably be.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I have a friend that I see every week, and we usually go to lunch. My buddy John. I'm not even mentioning him. I talk about him a lot. He's my older friend. He's let's see, 74 now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a doctorate in psychology, and he used to be a professor and all this other stuff. And brilliant man. Well, actually, he used to be a brilliant man, but now he's got like a degenerative cognitive disorder going on.
Oh.
And oh man, sometimes it is rough dealing with him. I went and picked him up last week. I went to my meeting, and I had a morning meeting last week, so I had some time. I picked him up for lunch, and he had argued with his wife, and I picked him up and was a little confused. Didn't clearly understand what I was telling him. Thought that I was saying something, threatening to not see him anymore. Basically, what he misunderstood was I picked him up and I told him, if you don't want to go to lunch, we don't have to do that. We can do whatever. But he just thought I said that I didn't want to go to lunch with him anymore. So. And boy, goddamn, I could tell he was about to blow up. He was about to, because he's actually gone off on me before in restaurants. Because I'll pick him up, take him to lunch, and in the last, I'd say like in this last 6 months, he's blown up a couple of times. So I said, nope, I'm not going in. That's it.
Yeah,
I went back.
That's really tough. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a friend too who had who's lost a lot of his capacity, and it's a very similar thing. And it's really hard to adapt to that. And I know a couple who were married, and somebody had uh, something that changed their personality quite a bit, and it's like you're married to somebody else, or your friend is somebody else, and that's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's like it's almost like he's I hate to say it, but it's almost like he's a little kid sometimes, And
A little kid, or like they're drunk all the time, or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's like on the one hand, it's you feel really bad. Obviously, if this person had cancer or lost a leg or whatever, but it's really hard. It's like you're relating to somebody else, and it's a very challenging thing.
right. Yep, that's right. And then I went back to I left him at the restaurant, because I was like, he's about to fucking go off. And I went back to his house, and to be honest with you, I was going to pick up his wife or tell his wife, because I had actually left my phone over to his house, so, so I couldn't call her. And when I went to talk to his wife, she actually said to me that she was considering putting him in a home. And I was like, holy moly, hadn't heard that before.
Well, really, is he can't live independently, or?
Well, see, what happened was he's got this, that, like I said, not only the degenerative mind thing going on, but hey, Lindsey, could you mute for a second? I'm getting some weird stuff coming out of your speakers or whatever. Not only did he have that going on, but they put him on Lipitor, and I don't know if you remember what was going on with Lipitor early on, but they put people on it, and it led to a significant amount of muscle degeneration.
Hmm.
I don't know if you heard about that, but he got on that, and most of the big cases with the Lipitor had to do with deterioration of the heart valves.
Yeah.
But he got it in his back. That's where it hit him, and so it really affected his mobility. He's got a when I would say as recently as 5 years ago, he was, I'd call him up and he'd be making fun of me because he'd been biking 30 miles that day,
Right.
And I thought, wow, this guy's really active. I guess it was more, actually, yeah, it was more than 5 years ago now, but anyway, whatever. We've known each other for quite some time. And then he just started going downhill, and it was those fucking statins that they gave him. So he's got that too. So she lives her bedroom's upstairs. They live in this beautiful old house that was built in like the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a wonderful place. But, so he's downstairs and she's upstairs, and one of the things that, well, I mean, it's just he's got a lot of stuff going on now, so, and she's under a lot of stress too. So I hope she was just exaggerating the situation, frankly.
Well, I mean, could they both be okay if they moved to? I know it's hard to leave a beloved, nice home, but could they? Could things be a lot better if they were just on one floor?
Well, they actually, yeah, they're planning on selling that. I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you, Jeff. They're planning on selling that house anyway, because she was a law professor at university that he used to work at, Valparaiso University, and she just left there. She retired from there, so she told me that they were going to sell the house in Valpo, and they have another house in Canada on Prince Edward Island. So, and they built that house, and she basically designed that house. So she definitely wants to keep that house. And so that's what I was like, wow, I didn't, and I know that house has been substantially modified to facilitate John's mobility issues. So that's what I was thinking. I thought, wow. But one other thing she mentioned to me was that she thought that that his current condition was characterized by a lack of empathy. So, and to me that means, they're having some issues she would bring that up.
I mean, if she means that literally, like he has no sense of judgment or right or wrong, that could be pretty serious.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, when I went over there to her house, I was like, okay, I'm not messing with John. Linda can come get him from the restaurant because, like, I go into that particular restaurant that I took him. I go in there every week for business meetings, so I can't be having some guy flipping out on me and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, this is like I'm thinking of. So yeah, and it'd be easy for us to say, "Oh, she shouldn't put him away," but we kind of helicopter in and have our little bit of time, and then we helicopter out, and she's got to deal with this all day long. And if he's unpredictable, and maybe she's worried about her safety or his safety, then that to me would be sort of the criteria. Otherwise, otherwise, personally, my wife, if I felt like I could take care of her if she were under this situation, that would be a different matter. But I have to look up the name of this movie because it's very much about that.
Okay. Yeah, I hope she was just letting off steam, frankly, because that made me feel really bad. I don't know. So that's when you were talking about Big Brother, Big Sister. I was like, I'd actually like to do it because, like, I actually don't like responsibility in my life. So.
Well, you do what. The perfect doesn't have to be the enemy of the good. So Big Brothers is kind of a big commitment. One of the things I've been doing lately, I do like freelance computer repair, and I've started doing it for seniors and charging a special rate at a senior home, and I kind of do that for crowd control because, if I'm doing it for free, I think I would be constantly called. But I charge a small amount, and I go out to people's houses and I fix their computers, and it's and they're grateful and they're happy and they can connect with their grandchildren, and I feel really great about that. But you can, just because you can't do everything doesn't mean you can't do something, and if that's the way you're motivated, I don't think people have to do those things. And here's the movie. It's called. I'll put it in the side chat. Wonderful movie. I was really surprised. Called Still Mine. And it's James Cromwell, Genevieve Bujold, Canadian film, kind of a small film, but high production, high content, high concept, I guess.
Is it a tearjerker, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it was moving. I actually get moved by a lot of films that aren't. It's not really a tear. No, it's not like wall to wall boo-hoo, but there are some key moments that are really poignant. But I think you can handle it.
I don't know, man. I don't like sad movies.
Yar, you can handle it, Yar.
I didn't even see it there.
Well, actually, this movie, now that I think of it, and I forgot why it has a very intense libertarian theme, but that's not the centerpiece of the film. That's just the back. That's kind of the B story. But but it's it's a wonderful film about taking care of people in their declining times. And there's another one. Let me look that one up too. I'm terrible with titles. So. Let me just get the name of that title here. Oh yeah, Away from Her. That's an amazing. Both of these were Canadian films. Away from Her with Julie Christie, and I forget who the male lead was, but that's a really good movie. Um, kind of sad, but not. I don't think you'll. I don't know. The two really I like movies that stick with me, and
Uh-huh.
some of the great movies that we're all supposed to really like. I mean, I'm glad I watched them and I agreed that they were great, but I don't feel like I need to watch it, or they didn't really stay with me. But these are two films that really kind of stuck with me and one on an emotional level, so that's why I recommend them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, I'll look them up. Let's see. Are they on Netflix by any chance?
Yes, I saw both on Netflix. I can't remember. Still Mine, that was a streamer. For Away from Her, I don't know if I streamed that. It's been a couple of years since I've seen that.
You recommended was another movie that you or not movie, but thing that you recommended. I finished watching was American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, for entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. I watched the first season of it. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, first season was good. And it's an anthology series, so the second season is completely different. Second season might be my favorite. I'm still trying to decide.
Oh.
Yeah, the second season was called Asylum, and
Mhm.
that was a fun season. I loved the third season too. The third season had some. They all have a little bit of it, but the third season had more wonderfully dark comedy that I really liked. Uh, and then I would say the last season, though worth watching, was maybe not probably my least favorite. Even though I would recommend it because it had a lot of good points to it. Uh, but I definitely, yeah. If you like the first season, the second season takes place in the a different era, mostly uh, in the '60s, and then third season is different. Third season's called Coven, and the fourth season's called Freak Show. Yeah, very entertaining, very much worth watching. Jessica Lange is a brilliant actress, I think.
Yeah. Oh, she's something else.
No,
Now, does she
no,
have a recurring role throughout all three seasons?
she has a dominant role in all the first four seasons, but she's not coming back for the fifth season, whatever that's going to be.
Oh, okay. So it's all right. Yeah, yeah, all right. See, I think on Netflix all they have are three seasons, so that's probably why I was thinking that. But
No, they don't have Freak Show. They're really bad about posting those. There must be some legal harangue. But yeah, they just posted. Where did I? Yeah, they just posted Coven. So 1 through 3 are on there.
Mhm.
4 just finished. So if you enjoy 1, definitely check out 2. I think you'll probably even like it better than the first season.
I watched most of the first episode of season 2. It looked pretty cool, but I haven't gotten into it. I mean, I don't know how you are with those things, but they kind of have to hook me a little bit, and I have to give them time to do
It
that.
usually takes me. There aren't many series that I've been hooked on the first episode, so it takes me. Uh, it takes me 3, sometimes 4 episodes to get really into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I've gotten really into Sons of Anarchy, but I watched. I think I watched 3 or 4 of them kind of casually, and I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And then I waited a little bit, and then I watched But at some point, I said, okay, I'm hooked. I have to see what. I have to see what happens next. So now I'm in the 5th season.
That happened to me with Sopranos.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I kind of saw a couple of episodes. I was like, "What is this?" You know, and then after a while, I was like, "All right, Sopranos."
Yeah,
But
exactly. Well, and they're it's a long form of storytelling, so it is a slow burn, even with these high action things. Like, uh, they I mean, it really is. Television has become excellent because of all the competition, I'm sure, but there's uh, there's really it's so much better than movies in so many ways because they can delve in. It's like reading a novel. It's like they can go into all these uh, um, subplots and stuff like that that they don't have the time to do on a 2-hour movie, and so it's really a writer's medium, and it's wonderful to see all these new series. I think TV 20 years ago wasn't anything like it is today. Today it's just so this one good series after another. You can't keep up with them.
It's very hard to keep up with TV. That's why I just abandoned it altogether.
But I would say 20 years ago it was very hard to find a show that was worth keeping up with. It was
20 years ago, the good shows were Star Trek.
and Cheers.
Well, that's 50 years ago.
No.
NYPD Blue.
Star Trek's going to be 50. Star Trek is going to be 50 in 2016, the original series.
Oh,
well,
wow.
I'm talking about the original series.
I meant Hill Street Blues.
Oh, Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, Miami Vice.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I really like Netflix is because there are some really great TV shows that they have on there that I discovered. I started watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I thought
that
was
is my favorite. I love that show.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
great.
God.
And then I also watched Parks and Recreation, which I also enjoyed. I watched The Walking Dead, which was like, I got hooked on that one. I think The Walking Dead, now that's one that I watched the first episode and I was like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
So that might have hooked me on the first. But the second season was that I watched.
You
the
didn't like
second
the farm?
Yeah, it was so slow. They were looking for that little girl for like 9 episodes or something.
Yeah, Sophie.
So,
I like The Walking. Well, I don't know. Part of The Walking Dead appeal to me is I have Herschel reminded me so much of my uncle who's in Atlanta, who's since passed away, but there was so much about it that was so real, and I love the authenticity of that it was filmed there and all that stuff, and so I was a little bit drawn to it because of its location. But yeah, that was a slow season, but I've really liked it, and a lot of people didn't like this premiere from the one that was on Sunday for the premiere of the, and I actually thought it was really good, but
There's another season that's on The Walking Dead?
well, a lot of series like Walking Dead's one of them. They've started dividing the season, so this is like the second half of season 5. So they had a long break. So at some point, I think, right in early December, they had like the 8th episode of the season. Yeah, and they did a long. There was a long break, and now it's just resumed in the first week of February. Sorry. Go ahead. No,
I read the books of Fire and Ice series.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. Have you ever watched the series of it?
I've started watching it, but I'm only like in the 4th or 5th episode. So.
How do you like it so far?
Oh, I was pretty taken by it actually initially. I love the. So far so good.
You should read the books.
Yeah.
I read the first 3 books, and then the gulf of time in between publications, I dropped completely out of it. I have no interest in it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you should try reading the Earth Children series books. Jean M. Owl. She publishes a book every 12 years.
Oh, wow.
It's hard to stay in her fan base.
Well, geez, at my age, I'm only good for the next couple. Hey, I'll be back. I have to run for just a second. I'll be back.
Okay. Righteous. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm thinking about that big brother, big sister thing, though, but I don't know,
My big brother.
man. I'll be your big brother-in-law here in a minute.
No.
Look it up on the website here. Big brother. I don't think so, actually. I don't think so. Mm.
Sorry, I had a big yawn there. My mic was unmuted.
Oh, that's okay.
I have to go to my poems though because I'm going to link my whole poem to Jeff because I want him to read it.
Alrighty.
Or I can read it to him, but I don't think you want to hear it again. So.
No, you can't. Go ahead. I don't mind.
Okay. Well, he's not back yet, so. I just want to pass the hope on.
Laporte. Fuck that. Alright, I'm not doing this big brother thing.
What? Why?
Well, because the little office I'd have to go to is in Laporte, which is like in Bigfoot country.
Bigfoot country? The boonies?
Huh? That's just what I call the area that it's in, Bigfoot country. It's like it's not really rural, but it's like quasi rural or so, semi-rural or whatever. I ain't doing it. I got maybe when John passes away or something like that. What'd you say, Lindsay?
The sticks?
Yeah, the sticks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The boonies?
Not really like not like the bayou, but it's out there. Burpity burp, burp, burpity burp.
I'm waiting for that little sister so I can smoke the rest of my weed.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Even though I'm smoking it right now.
Stop telling
But
me.
I'm gonna smoke the rest.
I'm jealous.
I can't do it on cam because I'm live. So,
What now?
I can't do it on cam because I'm live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Or I'll really torture you by lighting it up in front of you. And blowing it in your face. And then saying you're welcome.
You're welcome. No, honestly, I don't really have any. I mean, it's not like I have an I mean, I would like to smoke marijuana. I like marijuana. I like getting high, watching movies, and playing video games. I guess that would be great. But I have noticed. I guess the desire isn't sufficient enough for me to actually go out and seek it. So it's not that big a deal.
Yeah. If you came here, you would have to bring like a vacuum sealed clothes.
Uh-huh.
And keep them for the day that you fly back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you don't reek like weed when you fly back to America.
That would be okay. Wouldn't be a problem there at all. Yeah, if it was legal, that's all I'm waiting for. To free the weed. That's it. Or if I move somewhere where it's free, that's it.
Well, Eric, you're not allowed to ditch me. You're my friend.
I'm not allowed to what?
Ditch me? You're my friend right now. We're friends forever. High
Oh,
five.
okay. High five. But if I come visit you, I am gonna ditch you. I'm gonna sneak off with your sister somewhere.
Okay.
High five.
Not on my couch.
Not on your couch, no. And if
That that would
go,
be tacky.
um, hey Jeff, Brojo recommended a movie for me to watch on Netflix called Surviving Progress. Have you ever seen that one?
No, I don't think so.
I watched it, and boy, it's there are a lot of subjects that they cover, and it has to do with. It's hard to determine exactly what they're talking about. Really, it seems to me like it was based on a book, and it looks like the book was a collection of essays about overpopulation and economies threatening human existence in general. And then there were all these theories, and everybody had their little theory.
Mm.
And some of the theories had contradictory elements, actually. One of the individuals was a biologist, and he said at one point that the engineers will try to figure out how to fix things or how to come up with solutions, and something to the effect that the microbes will be the ones laughing. And then at a later part in the movie, they actually had an engineer who was talking about like what solutions he thought was important were important. But one thing, yeah. But one thing in that movie that got me thinking, and I had never even considered this, was they talked about how Rome went to war with Sparta and another country. I think it was kingdom, I guess at that point. I think it was Egypt. Anyway, what they were talking about in the narrative was that countries' debts would get so large that eventually, like a magnanimous leader of another country, a king or a pharaoh, would just simply cancel the debt. And that was commonplace, apparently, based on what they said in the movie. They could be wrong, in the ancient world. And before Rome really rose to dominance, they decided a debt is a debt, and they refused to cancel the debts, and they actually went to war over it. And the way they made it out in the movie was like that was their motto: a debt is a debt. And so they went to war with Sparta. They conquered Sparta, and that was when cash and money really started to flow into Rome and led to a prolonged period of, financial comfort for Romans anyway.
Right.
And I mean, I had never really heard that before, so that was kind of an interesting way to put it. But one of the guys, and the only reason I bring it up is for background for one of the propositions that the guy had. And I wrote this down because I thought it was something that I've never heard before. He said, let me find it here. The political fight of the 21st century will be to annul the debt to the upper 10%.
To the upper 10%?
To the upper 10%. And what he meant by that was big banks, the United States financial markets that have loaned money out to, whatever, Cameroon and Nigeria and Uganda and all of these places, and they go into massive, they enslave them in debt. Really, is kind of what they were talking about in the movie. But have you ever heard about that? Somebody suggesting that debts, like large, massive debts that can never probably be repaid, be just annulled. Have you ever heard of something like that?
Well, many people think that the U.S. debt should be that the U.S. should default on it because basically the debt is just a promise that future the future generations or future individuals, taxpayers, whatever, will that they can force them to pay for things. It's not like It's not like a loan that you make for a car payment where you as the borrower have agreed to pay for something. What national debt is about is you've signed a loan that you're guaranteeing that future people who haven't even born that had nothing to do with the loan should have to pay. So to me, the moral thing is, well, the ideal moral thing would have never to have entered on such a thing to begin with. But if you have, it should be to default. The U.S. should declare bankruptcy, just like Greece should have to declare bankruptcy, and so that's kind of how I tend not to look at things collectively any differently than I look at them individually. And if some people have signed on to some agreement that obligates innocent parties who were not party to that agreement to pay for it, then I think they should absolutely default.
Is that your phone texting you?
Yeah, I keep trying to turn it off, but I'm running my mouth, and I.
Oh, who's trying to get? Someone really wants to get a hold of you.
No, it's just the text. It's just some hangout that everybody's.
Oh, everyone's commenting on.
Everybody's commenting on something or other.
I'm not invited to that call. I feel
I don't really know which one
it
it is.
You lucky man. So, Mr. Popular, are you invited to a call too, Eric?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
No.
Probably not. Probably not, Lindsay. I don't get invited to that stuff either. I mean, Jeff is the voice of libertarianism on G+, so he's got a solid social calendar there.
Oh,
not that much. I've actually not blocked it, but I think I'm only on a few. I'll see like 2 or 3 hangouts to which I've been included at a given time. Not that many.
I always invite you to mine.
I know you do, and I appreciate that.
You're so interesting.
I'm honored. I appreciate that.
Actually, I'm going to share a poem with you, if I can, in Poetry Corner.
Sounds good.
Yeah, great.
It's on hope.
Cool.
I want to share it with you because I wrote this poem because it defines my hope.
Nice.
And I'll read it to you and then we can discuss it.
Great.
Hope. Where to start? It's not just one thing. It's surrounded by light that is also white, for it's all the colors. So wouldn't we want to surround ourselves with nothing but hope? Fear not, for fear is just out of reach, a grasp of breath within the mist of flowing light. I know what is wrong with me. It digs and bends and clears the mind to make peace. So I yearn for this. It's logical. Sometimes I find myself unable to bear so many emotions. Call it being hypersensitive. Fine, label me. Medicate to numb me. This happens. I know now that light is shining upon me, and what I need is what I need. So this hope is one with soul and spirit. Faith is needed for this hope. Wouldn't you agree that you need faith for self-improvement? God has no place in this. This faith has no agenda. If you need this foundation for hope, because your mind can't expand, this hope can save you. I know it as it did for me. So if you find this, it is the ultimate light. That is a rainbow. Remember, the rainbow is a symbol to hope to many. It's something special. Close to health, close to the heart, close to the mind. Hope. Don't lose that grasp. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Deep breaths. We must relax. This is needed sometimes. We find ourselves so caught up in what we forgot is compassion. Light, bright light with the crescent harvest moon in the sky. Some people just don't care. But I care. It's a talent that I will share. So worry not, for hope shall be in your grasp as it is mine and not far from yours. This is for me, anyways, and how I feel. I need this bright, colorful light, hope, to surround my ever being. It defines me. I finally feel great. It took me so long to find this absolute knowledge. A hope that I'm in the right, I'm considered to be in the light, for darkness, emptiness, silence was in my heart, but light came a-knocking. So hearers wonder what next. Share, breathe, tell, scream, shout, and let it all out, for hope is here, never to wilt. A hope that when I pass from this reality, that my hope will bring hope to another lost one. I won't lie, I struggled only to realize that it will always be there within our grasp, just waiting to be hugged. So turn to one another, my friend. Take a minute to breathe once in a while. Take a breath to breathe that breath. Hug a companion or two and smile. Don't forget it's a kindness. Hope for today so it brings tomorrow.
Very nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I wrote that because I went to counseling and they said, you need to find what hope defines you. Hope is good for you. You can't be hopeless.
Yeah.
And then I went back 3 weeks later and I said, here you go, this is what hope is to me. And then the supervisor's like, oh, like, I didn't strike you as a deep thinker. You caught me off guard.
Yeah, well, it's always the deep thinkers who don't seem to be that way. I mean, you're too busy thinking than trying to impress other people.
Yeah, my sister's always trying to find out. Like my older sister, she was down for none of it yesterday for a day.
Yep.
So I spent the day with her, and she's like, "What are you thinking about?" I'm like, "Nothing." I was obviously thinking about something, but she struck me, and I forgot what I was thinking about the minute she asked me what I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to make up with something on the spot, and I said blueberries. I'm thinking about blueberries and how delicious they are.
Cool.
She didn't buy it.
That's funny. No, I'm hopeful. I mean, a lot of people think because I'm a libertarian, I'm really negative about everything, and I am negative about some things in the short run, but I think there are some really long-term positive trends. Sorry, my cat's fussy.
Your cat wants love. Meow. I don't know where my cat is. Sleeping probably. Um, does your cat? Do you guys have these treats in America?
Yes. Yeah, I
So
have.
if I shake it on cam, your cat will hear it.
No, because I have my headphones on.
Okay, well I'm gonna shake it for my cat.
Yeah. Yeah, we can feed those to one of our cats. The other one's on a really strict diet. She has a lot of intestinal problems and stuff,
Oh,
so allergies, we don't know, but we give her special stuff. But our other cat can. Oh yeah, I have a pack right here on my desk. As a matter of fact, I have the blue ones. The blue ones are. We have the green ones too, but I don't know.
this is my handsome cat, Chewy.
Oh my, she's beautiful.
It's a he.
He.
Chewy is short for Chewbacca.
I knew that before you said it for some reason. When you said Chewie, I immediately thought of Chewbacca. He's beautiful. I tend to say she only because we have girl cats.
Yeah.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, now he wants treats. What is the blue kind? Is it like tuna flavored or something?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Let's see. It should say right on the front, but it doesn't. They're called Temptation Tumblers. Oh, come on. Well, what the heck is it? You'd think it would say. My wife usually buys them, so I don't really. Um, I don't know. It doesn't say. That's so weird. You'd think it would say.
Oh, it means you gotta turn it over and look at the instructions. Not instructions, ingredients.
Ingredients: ground corn, chicken. Oh, it's got chicken in it. That's why. That's why Hannah can't have it. Meat byproducts. Yeah, I think it's this one has chicken in it.
No. I always get my cat like the fish flavored kind. Or liver.
Liver.
Chicken liver.
My cat really likes shrimp. She'd kind of hide around, and then, boy, but whenever I was preparing shrimp, she was ready to go.
No. 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 I wonder where Alex is. She said she was on the bus forever ago. Eric, I have a confession.
Really?
I knew about your snide comments to Bunto. He was complaining about you earlier in the day.
My snide comments.
Yeah.
My snide comments to who?
To Bunto.
About what?
About his pictures that he uploads.
Oh, when I put gross in them?
Yeah.
That's not a snide comment.
But then you say gross. No. I don't want that Google Translate. It was going to tell me how to say gross in Arabic. But then you said, yeah, and then later on, it had two girls hugging, and you said that you banged them both or something like that.
That's right. No, I didn't say I'd bang them both. I said everybody loves lesbians, +1.
+1.
Yeah, no, they're not snide comments. I mean, when I put like the one he drew a picture of a dick, yeah, I put gross on that one. What else did I put gross on? Where he had the one guy giving the other guy head. I'm like, Bunto, dude, that's gross. I mean, I don't think I'm being controversial in my statement.
What if he would giving head?
What's that?
What if you did a woman and a man giving head?
Well, I wouldn't find that gross, but that's also not proper subject matter to post publicly on G+. Do you think?
Inappropriate.
I can say whatever the fuck I want.
I know, but I'm just saying. You hurt his feelings.
Oh, fuck him. He'll get over it. Next time I talk to him, it'll take him 30 seconds, and he'll get over it. What, am I supposed to apologize to you and you forgive me vicariously or something? I don't get it.
I'm sorry if you got offended from my poem.
Offended? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it.
No, God, no, I didn't get offended by your poem.
Okay, good.
I mean, Lindsey, you saw the picture of the one guy giving the other head, right?
No,
I
I didn't see that one.
That was straight up out of a gay porn movie. Well, not that I've seen a gay porn movie. But that was straight up gay porn. And I'm like, dude, come on.
I'm going to go look for it.
Yeah. Well, he can tell me that. He's a big boy. I guess I should maybe be a little more delicate. I don't know. Who knows? Has he been having a hard time lately? Did you talk to him this morning?
Bunto?
Yeah. When was the last time you talked to him, Jeff?
He texts me. He texts me quite a bit. He, like a little, hey, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
He did that this morning, but I didn't have a conversation with him because I wasn't on, and then I got on and I said, "Oh, I'm great." Well, this went on over a period of a couple hours. So, is he on a? He might be on a call now.
Could be.
I can't. Sometimes my phone is. Oh no, that's Why don't we invite him? We can invite those guys if you want, or if
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Lindsey.
Yeah. I don't. Whatever. I mean, I'm not miffed at. I'm not miffed at him. He might be miffed at me.
I don't really get miffed at too many people. Sometimes I get exhausted with talking to somebody, and I'll wait a little while before. But I never block anybody or anything like that. I just like, maybe I'll let him cool his jets a little bit more before I talk to that person again. Can you invite him, Lindsey? Is it your hangout?
Pardon, I was talking to my sister. Why am I inviting Bunto?
Yeah, invite Buntu and Ice this too, if you don't mind.
Okay. No, that's Jeff.
What about that one? Isn't that Eric?
Yeah, Eric's there.
Hi, Alex. Hello.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Eric.
Hi, how are you?
Rain.
There's nothing in there,
I
man.
don't care.
I just emptied it out.
Were you at work, Alex?
Yeah.
How was it?
Uh,
Okay.
Turn my camera on.
I
Proper
felt
breathing.
really shitty this morning, but luckily I managed to fall asleep for an hour so I could make it to work, and then I felt like lame at work because I did some Yeti on the weekend. So when you put water up your nose and stuff, but I didn't use salt, so my nose was wet all day.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunate. Started dripping. Then I got home.
Just time.
The day went by pretty fast, but I definitely pissed the day away.
Right.
Yeah, I work at McDonald's. That is right. Pissing the day away, one day at a time.
Oh no, that's productive. There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
I'm wasting my potential. There's something wrong with that.
Nah.
How old are
Did you see
you?
Wolf on Wall Street? You know what those fucking assholes say? Because you're. Maybe you should get a job because you're lazy and you're supposed to work at McDonald's. It's like, fuck you, I'm not lazy because I work at McDonald's. Goddamn. I wonder if I can lawsuit over hurt feelings over that, because I'd like to.
Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Go for it.
Yeah.
No.
He's the lawyer.
No, I'm just kidding.
Do I have a case? It does hurt my feelings, actually.
Yeah. Don't
But-
worry about it.
But the theme of the movie was that they were ripping people off, so it'd be like, don't be lazy, work for the mafia. You have to take it in context.
I'm not going to take it in context. People who thought the coffee was too hot didn't take it in context.
Right on.
I wish I could just sue somebody for some.
Coffee's hot, who knew?
Yeah, it can burn your legs if you drop it on you. Who knew?
Yeah.
Ouch. How was your day?
Good.
Jeff?
Thanks. You had a really nice day. Productive day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you sue someone? Lawsuit
Did I-
today?
Did I sue anybody? I've never in my life sued anybody.
I was
No,
told
that's
a lawyer.
That's Jeff who was answering you.
Yeah.
He said,
Jeff is not a lawyer. I am a lawyer. I'm not a practicing attorney anymore, but my client is getting sued. Another contract rescission where they found out how much money he was making. So they want a bigger piece of the pie. Happens.
Oh my.
And Jeff that was on cam, he went off cam. Shucks.
Your beard. Where'd it go?
Where'd your beard go?
Beard.
I would be on cam with you as well, but we're smoking weed, so we can't be on cam, else we'll be flagged.
By who?
By Google.
Weed.
Why can't you be on cam? Oh, because you're not dressed appropriately or at all. Yeah, here I am. Here's my beard.
Beard, beard, beard. Got a beard. Beard, beard, beard. Just
See my
got
beard? Ain't it weird? Don't be scared. It's just a beard.
Ah, that's awesome.
That was the
You should mute it. A second.
Who are you typing to, Jeff?
Oh, I'll never tell.
Type into me.
I have to invite Bunto on them, but that's what else.
Hey, toss Lyrics an invite, will you? I'm trying to fend off a massive alien onslaught at the moment. Okay, hold on.
Oh, looks like Bunto is joining us.
Hello.
Hey, Bunto, how you doing?
Hello,
How you guys
Bunto.
doing?
Hello, Bunto.
Doing well,
Lyrics
thank
is on his way, too.
Oh, you invited Lyrics? Thank you.
Yeah, I
All
hear
right, lyrics.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Willkommen.
you. Lyrics, can you increase your mic volume? Because I'm deaf, and I cannot hear you very well.
Did you invite Istis as well?
Yes, I did.
How the fuck did you invite ISIS? Aren't they a terrorist group?
No, we're not talking ACEs.
Not ISIS.
Shit.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear me
thank
now?
you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Sydney.
Wow, the gang's all here. Look at this.
We're ready to do battle?
Arena.
Gang stalkers.
Gang stalkers. Hey, Lyrics, did you see the did you get the link that I sent you earlier?
Yes.
The one with the singularity on it?
No.
Yeah, what I did was I looked at your video, like the singularity video, and I thought, well, I kind of get an idea what like how to put the title in there, you know? And then I tried to send you a link to Google Drive. I haven't used it before.
Hey, Jeff.
He said,
1 second, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's a ticking.
It's my explosive belt.
Yeah, I was gonna say the needle hit
Did you
0.
convert to Islam?
That's right. I want to kill all of you, so I put an explosive belt on.
It's a religion of peace, you know. Pieces of you. And
Yep.
Yeah, they're always like, Islam equals peace. I'm like, no.
A piece on this road and then a piece on another
that's funny, I
road.
never heard that.
Shalom. Shalom is Hebrew for peace.
In my reading of history, my listening to history podcast that I've been listening to the history of Rome,
Ahoy, me hearties.
and
Hey,
We're taking this hangout here.
Oh boy.
oh my goodness,
Hey, man, totally loaded up.
what's going on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, lots of people.
Yeah.
I'm being
Stuff
stopped.
is working. Haha.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's
Sid,
going
Hey,
on?
guys.
What's up?
Jeff, Bunto,
Oh my
gosh.
God, you look
It's
so
an all-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ice, your hair is a lot longer than it was the last time I saw you on camera.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
I need to get a haircut. That's for sure.
Well, I didn't say that. You just look kind of different from the last time I saw you.
Is he still as
15. Let's not
sexy as he
forget
was there,
15.
Jeff?
I'm sorry?
Is he still as sexy as he was before?
Oh, groovy, baby.
Oh, groovy, baby.
So
So
Sid,
how goes it, guys?
I'm pretty good. Yourself?
Great, great. I just sent out another resume for Facebook. Actually, they need Haskell developers. So I'm like, yay!
So where are they located?
I would go to Menlo Park. That's where they would need me.
How far?
Menlo Park's in San Francisco.
Oh, I see. So you'd
in the Bay
move.
Area. Yeah. I'm young. I wouldn't mind moving.
Oh, I've been to San Francisco. It's a great town. Expensive.
Me too. I love San Francisco. I have family that lives there. Friends too.
Yeah, so like when you live in Maryland, like moving somewhere else in Maryland is no big deal, but when you're in California,
Yeah.
it's like that's like moving from Georgia to
Yeah.
to Maryland.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, even inside of Southern California, I mean, I've got a job offer in Santa Monica, and that's something like 30, 40 miles away, and that's still
It takes
in
5 hours to get there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I, as you can see, I am flanked by all my dad's scuba gear.
Oh, cool.
I see that.
Yeah. I'm actually in the garage right now. I have my setup down here today, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the mic sounds better too. Is it like the same mic or a new one?
No, I am on my my cell phone, so the mic is much better on here. Let's see, it needs charging, so I will give it power.
So, Jeff, you were applying for a job too?
Yeah.
Is that like a far drive, or is it in your area?
It's about 35 miles from here, but I think I'll be mostly working at home if I get the job.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll mostly be at home, I think.
And that's being a webcam model?
Calvin Klein underwear model primarily. Yeah.
That's cool. Client.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody asked in the side chat, Sid, if you got a haircut.
Me?
Did you get a haircut there?
I cut a hair, but you can see which one.
Oh man.
So it's funny. Like I don't have much hair. I'm not quite in Sid's camp, but I don't have much hair left either. So the other day, it's like, oh Sue, I'm going for a haircut today. I'll be out for a while. So I said, okay, I'm leaving right now. And then I came back. She said, I thought you were going to your haircut. I said, yeah, I did.
That's great.
All right. Well, this is Lindsey's, right? Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Poetry.
She read us some lovely poetry that she had written, which I have to agree is very good. Very heartfelt.
So Bunto, I hear you're going to be on the show tomorrow.
I am. Excellent. We're explicit gay chat.
Absolutely.
All right, Daddy, Papa Bear,
whatever.
Otters.
Floats your boat, buddy.
BDSM.
Otter.
Okay.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I just heard it. I was just talking to
otters?
kids. An otter is supposed to be a very smooth bear. So it has something to do with the amphibian quality of the beast.
Yeah, it has to be like I think
Jeff
it's like
knows.
a skinny. Yeah, I've done research into this.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
An all gay
But
topic.
it's like a playful bear, like a fun,
A young, smooth bear.
young, smooth, like hairy, thin person. That's what I understand. Who's kind of playful like an otter, if you've really been to the zoo. Otters are very playful.
Okay, so does that answer your question, Sid?
What was my question?
Okay, well, what are we going to be talking about tomorrow?
All right, come on, Sid, pay attention.
Oh, that's a secret to be unveiled
With
live
Lou?
online.
So what is this event? Is this
It's this our secular TV weekly show.
Oh.
BDSM, cross
What? You've never heard about it?
Oh no, I wasn't invited either. Apparently.
The public's always invited.
Jeez.
Well, I know I'm invited to watch it, but I apparently.
What are we gonna argue about, Jeff? Jeez.
That's right.
What do
Okay.
we disagree on?
We talk about God for about 6 hours, like a Nadia hangout.
Oh man, I was watching Nadia's hangout where Shamus was
Yes.
being a total fool.
This is so funny. Hades was there, right?
Yes.
Was
Yeah.
today?
Oh, it was painful, man.
Poor
I like it. I like it when they compare biblical verses.
I know, fuck those people, man. It's like eye roll. Shit.
I don't know why you fucking waste your time. I swear I don't. It's like you're just playing with him. I mean, Shamus is a troll. He's an absolute 100% troll. He gets accused of it online in his face, and he says, "No, I'm not a troll. I've never been a troll." And then he goes and he trolls and trolls and trolls and trolls. I mean, like, what are you gonna do with these people?
He's a very good troll, though. He's a very
He's
good
not
troll.
a good troll. He's an absolutely fucking annoying troll.
I know.
That's
I think
not- that's-
One
that's-
Toe
that
is
shows
way
that he's
better of
good,
a
though.
troll.
A really good
Oh,
troll, you
okay.
don't know he's a troll. So if you're saying he's a really good troll, he's not a good troll. A good troll is somebody you don't know is trolling.
Everybody,
Oh,
all
that's true. I
Christians.
didn't know
Look,
that.
let's face it, all Christians troll.
I just
There's
made
no
that
doubt
up,
about
but it sounds good, doesn't it?
A good troll is
No, I
someone
would
who
agree.
knows
No,
you.
I think the best trolls are subtle,
Yeah.
like the
The ones you don't know are trolling.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. All Christians are trolls, as far as
Take
I'm
that to
concerned.
heart. But I mean, is like he flipping people over to Christianity, or is he just talking out of his ass?
Talking out of his ass.
I don't think he has a clue what he's talking about.
I don't really have no clue what he's saying.
He's flipping people over to his ass.
He's baffling with bullshit. That's what he's trying to do.
Well, what was he talking about?
Well, every time he was given evidence, he would come up with some excuse that it's not evidence, even though it was, hard evidence and stuff. But his evidence is good, okay? But because even though he can't really present it, he just says, I know it in my head, and therefore it's evidence. But when we present evidence, peer-reviewed, and he questions, the peer review system. He just questions.
Oh,
He questions all the he questions the scientific method, and he is a fucking stupid idiot just for doing that.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against
With
that.
all due respect, Shamus, I just want to let you know that I think you're a troll.
Well, I mean, who's doing battle with them? Like Von Helton, or that's what I've been seeing in there. Fled Martin.
That's fine.
Helton's a free-for-all, man. Helton will just talk so much shit out of his ass. I believe he was saying about using spices to cure water during the Ark because the water would go bad. So he said, we'll put in spices because he thought that, he made the transition of thought between how sailors used to put, spices on beef and stuff like that. So he thought it went for water, too. That if you threw, some oregano in water, it would be good for a year.
Well, somebody mentioned the argument from authority, and somebody mentioned Einstein saying something, which was
Well, also
remember that?
don't forget that pigeon blood, killing a pigeon will cure leprosy too, right?
No. Somebody said, okay, an argument from authority would be something like this. Einstein says that I don't know what the fuck it was. It was a ridiculous example, which wasn't true. But because Einstein says it, therefore he's an authority, therefore it's true.
Yeah.
And that's that just blew him away. He didn't know how to answer that. Yeah, but then he said, no, that's not an argument from authority. Because if the authority is not God, then there's no argument from authority. I mean,
Well, there are some actually that it can actually be valid. An argument from authority. It can actually be valid at some in some situations. You know, it's not always a fallacy.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's always a
Oh
fallacy.
no, yeah, no, I was just saying because that's what Seamus is saying.
He's
No,
using it
it's a
to
fallacy
agnostic.
to say something is true just because it came from an authority, but
Yeah,
you
the
can
authority
cite
is the Bible.
you can cite an authority, and that's something that intelligent people should take heed of. That
Yeah,
it's
Ultimately, it's his subjective opinion of what authority is, not the
it's
objective.
his opinion of the Bible, and he refers to the Bible as his authority.
Right.
Now, if this guy is not smart enough to realize that the Bible is as much of a book as I don't know, as any book I've got here, say as this one, the Bible's as much of a book as this one, and it has as much authority as this one, which is 0. He's going to realize that. I mean, everybody's going to realize that, and it just seems that the Christian community is double delusioned on this Bible thing. What you got?
Just read from the Book of Vendetta of Star Trek, and we will take the words of the mighty Picard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Picard, deliver us not onto the Borg, but take us to Remus 3 for R&R. In your name, engage.
So, I was asking the Christians in one hangout. I was saying, they were arguing about Bible verses, and I said, I'd really like to know why in Star Trek V Spock had a brother, and that was never mentioned in any of the previous movies or the TV series. And actually, some of them had an answer for that, but anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Spock is supposed to tell you everything about his personal life instead of just working out of science and computers? Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought in the episode Journey to Babel that they would have mentioned Spock had a brother, because they mentioned his teddy bear and stuff, but anyway.
Spock has a teddy bear?
He did, yeah, his mother.
That he does.
Did his teddy bear have funny ears?
No, I think...
Like Vulcan ears?
No, just had the regular Earth kind of teddy bear ears.
Then where did he get it?
Well, his mother
gave it him.
Yeah,
his mother gave it him.
Yeah, his mother's human.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh.
His mother is Amanda.
Okay.
So you could have these same kind of conversations about Star Trek, really.
I gotta catch up on my Star Trek.
Did Jesus have a teddy bear?
25 years behind.
I don't know.
Of course Jesus had a teddy bear. You kidding? Most Latino children do.
All gay guys have teddy bears. Come on.
That's an assumption. I don't know if all Latinos actually use teddy bears, so if you're Latino, please don't hate on me. Remember, I'm Canadian. Disclaimer.
Hey, Bunto, make up some extremely insightful... He needs to come up with some questions. He comes up with all these insightful questions, and he's gone right now. Come on, Bunto.
No, he's saving them for the show
One of his
tomorrow.
questions can drive someone insane or up the wall.
Up the wall.
Pyong, I had to change that photo that you sent me because I put it as my profile pic, the animated thing, and I was not even able to get into a Hangout because the file was so large that it wouldn't even load, man. It was crazy.
Really? Maybe it's because it's like animated.
Yeah, the file was like 26 megabytes or something like that, and I have a pretty fast computer, and it wouldn't even really let me go into a Hangout. Like I tried to load it up, and it wouldn't work.
Bummer.
So I had to go with the Fro instead.
What's up with that, Ubuntu?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Do I sound right?
Yes.
Oh, I was just eating popcorn, man. I'm just starving.
Mm.
That you were praying. It's okay. We
Yeah,
understand.
I could pray.
Very well.
I eat, dive in with a good.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny now. Like my mom prays, and like when she finishes, I'm like already halfway done with the biscuit or something. You know,
Yeah.
already like halfway done with the steak.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
Mom. All the
please
good
let this
stuff
food
is
stay
gone.
hot.
I know, really.
I just scarfed down all the good stuff.
Really, at the family meal, just let it go ahead. Why don't you guys say a benediction right now? Just fucking dive in and
Yeah.
grab everything.
I want to hear 142 Hail Marys from
Benedict
you
the
guys.
Last.
Get the filet mignon.
Excuse me while I eat these ribs.
Right.
You didn't want a drumstick, did you?
But you know, at the end of a prayer, they always say amen, and then they all look at you, for you to say amen. Just they're like nonplussed, right? Huh? Go, could you pass the butter? Right?
Really? Is that what goes on in your house? That's funny.
No,
So you have to
mom does that, but whenever you go to like a family dinner, like, when we go to funerals, right? Of course, we have a wake afterwards, and then everybody's eating.
Yes, please.
Well, at a wake, everybody but one person is eating.
Right. Yeah.
Strictly
They're in the ground. Yeah, like after the burial, we had, they go to the wake afterwards, have a dinner, talk about it. Drink, fight.
So there's a topic. How do you have a secular funeral?
That's a good one, man. Are you going to have it in a church or
Just use
what
an
kind of ad
assembly
you put
hall
the
and
paper?
no preach.
Right. I always want to have music. Like, I want to play like Iggy Pop's TVI at my funeral. Just chase people away.
Just
Like-
hand out earplugs for when people are
Really?
walking in.
Bunto's favorite album. Here we go. Iggy Pop. Ladies and gentlemen, Iggy Pop. Probably, say something about the person, all the good times. Maybe,
He was a bit of an ass.
yeah, somebody has to say that. No,
He was our ass.
Right.
And we're going to miss him.
and then of course just the dinner afterwards, I think, is important.
Delicious. And that one aunt who always makes those best Swedish meatballs ever. Oh.
Yeah, I had a friend who was an atheist and who passed away, and we just met at a friend's house, a mutual friend's house, and we had a nice little party. There were pictures of her and stuff like that, and we all said a little something about her, and I thought that's exactly what I would want.
Was it long or short?
Well, the event was maybe a couple of hours because we had wine and all that stuff, and we had a little party. But as far as the part where we said stuff about her,
Right.
that was maybe 5 minutes. But it was better than having religious hymns and shit like that. That would have it was the same content in 5 minutes as you would have had in an hour-long service with all the religious,
Right.
pomp and circumstance. So it was really nice. I liked it.
Do they have music?
No
No.
music.
Huh? I don't know.
But you like if it was somebody else's party, they might have had music. But yeah, it was just it's a nice get together.
So, Sid,
Mm.
do you go to many funerals?
No.
I haven't
Yeah.
been to one in a while.
The only funerals I've been to have been for either like people in like the generation above me or my friends' parents or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't yet been to a funeral for anyone in my generation or in my age group.
Wow.
Not that they haven't died, but they haven't died in my area. So if they die overseas or in America or somewhere, well,
No, I've been to funerals for a few of my contemporaries, even when I was in my 30s.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
They start dying young. Like when friends die, I remember from junior high all the way to now. They have a Facebook page for me, everybody in my high school class who's died. So, that's a trip.
That's morbid.
Well, I know it is more, but it's also like good to know. It's like, you think about so and so, and then you go on that page. Oh man, they died 10 years ago. It's like, oh, that's a drag. Dude was cool.
Yeah.
But they stopped keeping up that page about a year ago. So I guess
No, it's been less than a month since I've been to a funeral. I went to one. Right. Well, no, it's been a little over a month. It was right before Christmas, and I saw the person like a couple days before she died. It was.
What, car wreck or what?
No, she had a stroke.
Oh, stroke.
I was at a party and she had a stroke the night of the party, and 2 days later she was dead. Just somebody I worked with. Sad, but I didn't like the funeral
Sudden.
was. Yeah. It was an Episcopalian funeral, and which is the least personal funeral that I've ever been to. It was like I could have just. I mean, it was just totally dialed in. It wasn't about her at all. So I thought it was. I was really shocked by how impersonal it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. And I since asked somebody that I met. I coincidentally met somebody who said she was a daughter of an Episcopalian minister, and I said, "Is this really the way Episcopalian funerals are?" She goes, "Yep. It's about celebrating the, just a life going to the afterlife." And I was like, "Oh, how horrible! That's just a really dreadful thing."
I don't know much about Episcopalians.
Well, they're the
Their names
closest.
is funny.
Well, they're the closest thing you can get to Catholicism without the Pope, basically, and Protestantism.
Okay.
So they're a lot more ceremonial than a lot of Protestant.
Liturgy.
Yeah. They're a lot more ceremonial. The Bush family are Episcopalians, if that tells you anything.
I thought he was like a Methodist or something.
Well, he's a born again, but his father, H.W., they were Episcopalians.
Yeah, not I.
No.
What's the word, Johannesburg?
Bunto,
Yeah.
did you read my no hate poem?
I read a little bit of it, but I just was really busy. I love your sister. She's great.
She's saying how boring you guys are.
Well, tell her to, jump in.
When
Well,
I
tell her
was
to jump in and mix it up.
guy, and it was awful. And then when I was 18, a 13-year-old girl that I went to the same class block to do an art class with died.
Yeah.
Great. Ruined.
I've been to a lot of funerals too. When I was 14,
Let's fucking switch the topic. You've been to a lot of funerals.
yeah, this thing's awful.
Okay, necrophilia. Now,
Necrophilia.
I have ICP.
I'll be back in a second.
No, you won't.
what are they called? Juggalos?
Juggalo.
No, they're jigaloos, and they go womp womp at each other.
Womp womp.
You know what ICP is?
Those
Sid,
womp
you know what
womp.
ICP is?
What is?
ICP?
Inner City Posse.
ICP?
ICP.
Not Dobby.
ITP?
Please, girls, could you explain it to Sid
God.
what ICP is?
There we go. It's the Insane Clown Posse. They're like a bunch of clowns that scandalize people's brains and their bodies. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like Shamos.
You have to really get into it. There's no fucking point even trying to think about it unless you like.
I still don't know what ICP stands for.
Insane Clown Posse.
Posse.
Okay, I get three people telling me at the same time. and I'm
Insane
supposed
Clown Posse.
I'm sorry. I
It's
didn't get it.
Insane Clown Posse.
Insane Clown Posse.
Thank you. No,
Insane Clown Posse.
Psychopathic
what was that again?
Sid, it's an insane clown posse.
Well, I don't believe it.
They're really nice to like crazy people, and so therefore they're a group with crazy people in them. I've met some juggalos.
Is it halal?
No.
Well, then it's haram.
They're like a gang. Actually,
So,
they're kind
so
of like
all of them are
football
crazy
and-
people and gang members?
What?
All of them are crazy and gang members and all this?
I think the FBI recognizes the
Yeah, it was a terror group. You're
unless
right.
it's just like a fucking internet meme. Then I don't know.
They're called juggalos, Sid.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Juggalos, Sid.
It's a group of people that are fans, kind of like Deadheads.
They're like kids in Satan's service, you know, Kiss, like
Kids
that.
in Satan's service.
No, I
They
don't
talk
know.
about
That's a
following
Kiss
God and
army.
shit.
Sorry,
No,
I spent my life under a rock. I can't help it. In a cave.
You gotta know who Kiss is.
It's because you're a hermit, Sid.
And ICP went to the UK too. They've been there. There's like a documentary of British people.
He doesn't
he's
live
in
in the
Canada.
UK. He's Canadian.
Oh well.
I'm not allowed into the UK. I'm an atheist, and it's a Muslim country.
I kicked him out. I was like, you get out of here.
Oh man, that's funny.
Sid, have you ever been to like a rap concert?
No.
Well, have to go, man.
Do I? Do I really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be kind of scared with Sid at a rap concert.
Go to a heavy metal concert. At least then it's like the crowd is moving.
No, I don't do concerts.
Why not?
You watch live concerts?
No.
You never leave your apartment, right?
Of course I leave my apartment.
Well, you can go to a concert.
How do you think I get my groceries?
Yeah, you start with that.
Walmart.com.
How do you think my dog gets
A
to
hole
go?
in the wall.
I just don't go-
Sometimes you've been on Hangouts. I've seen you walk around the greater Vancouver area.
Exactly. So there you go. It proves
You
that
could-
I have left my
You
apartment.
could get your groceries delivered to you, to be honest.
What
Yeah.
if it's
Honest, if I could. They don't deliver. They're just around the corner. Come on.
No, he walks out all the time. Used to record that.
Who?
You did.
My workouts?
No, I've seen you walk around Vancouver. You've had your phone or whatever, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I used to do that in the summertime a lot, but now it's all rainy and shitty.
Yeah, you live in the tower full rainforest. You live in a rainforest.
I live in a
Huge
rainforest. That's good.
rainforest.
It's actually quite amazing. I live in a rainforest. And you think,
desert.
Listen, how are you gonna hook up with women if you're in your apartment all day, Sid?
I'll wait for them to come to me,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
just like everybody else does.
Have you heard of
not
something
doing
called
them all.
Adult Friend Finder, Sid?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hook up, man.
Nah.
How about me and you together? Like, we'll do a thing on Adult Friend Finder, see what we can scare up.
Well, I think you're a little
We'll
bit too
find
gay
each
for me.
other.
I think.
Well, that's gonna work for us. See, Vancouver, gay, right?
Oh yeah.
He has a point, Sid.
Yeah, but
He
he
has a
doesn't live
point.
on Davy. He's not.
Ladies love gay men, Sid. So you'll have tons of.
Yeah.
Bunto will be like a magnet, and then he can introduce you.
All right, Bunto, get over here.
Yeah, all right. Make some room in the apartment. No, really, man. I mean, how do you hook up with women? Down at the store?
I
What I
told
do. Hang out in the
wait.
parking lot. It's called a lot lizard. You just
Well,
hang out in the parking lot, man, and hit the
He
hit the
pays
soccer
them.
mom.
So,
He
Uh-huh.
pays them.
I hang around in the doggy
No,
park.
actually, they pay me in, groceries. If they come out.
You're just
Like-
robbing them, aren't you?
Circle K.
You guys are making me angry, aren't you?
You get a woman. You must offer her a fish sandwich.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, just go out and be like, hey, beautiful, you want a fish sandwich sometime? She'll be all over you like that.
A fish sandwich?
Just suck on a
I
toe
was
for
eating
like a
Slim Jim
Twinkie.
and half.
really, is that a secret code for something?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, we have all sorts of codes. Otter.
I didn't mean to.
Right. Hey, would you like a fish sandwich from this otter?
Oh, it sounded great when it came from you. No, really, Sid. Tell us, please. How do you hook up?
Fish sandwiches.
I don't. They just come to me. It's
How do they?
amazing.
Like you put an ad out in the paper, or what?
No, it's just word of mouth.
Word of mouth gets around the whole apartment complex. Sid, gigantic, hung, dude.
Like a moose.
Really, this big, man.
Hey.
Tongue. Like a horse.
Now,
You know your cam's not on.
Word gets around, I see.
Women are really turned on by pure atheism, and that's
Yeah,
what
I
Sid,
think so.
that's what Sid represents, and I can see him being really a chick magnet for that.
I probably would be in like Austin, Texas.
So, like,
The
Sid,
accent, yeah.
like, what do you yell out when you're having sex with a woman? Like, oh math, oh math.
Oh my
Logic.
God!
Oh, science! Oh, science!
Science, chemistry.
Oh, reason! Oh, reason!
Okay. Okay, so do you like cheat and you yell out "Oh God" when you're having sex? Still, Sid, or you have gotten rid of that?
No, I yell, oh God, once I've had to pay for it.
So I'm an objectivist. I would yell out, "Oh, Galt!"
Oh God. Right, Ryan.
Oh, Zeus!
Oh, Aristotle.
Oh, Hawkins. No, that doesn't work.
Well, he
It went away.
How about oh Dawkins?
That is the worst. Hawkins. I just can't think of that in sex right there. Just
It would
But-
just go.
it may be
Shrivel up, shrivel up, and go.
I like those
Be
science.
inverted.
Those
You
science.
guys, but you guys haven't heard about Hawking? He goes to strip clubs all the time. They got photos of
I
it.
would hope so.
ballin'.
Well,
Wouldn't
apparently,
you
The one with the
Stephen
two chicks
Hawking.
flanking him. Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, they got pictures of Hawking at the strip club.
Yeah.
Doesn't
yeah,
it take him like a week to type out a sentence or something like that?
Well,
Not
his
with a
tongue,
new
you
system.
know, women love him for the tongue, so.
I think the only thing that moves on him is his eye, right? Or
I thought it
parts
was
of his
tongue.
face.
His eyes, and he has a control of a muscle in his cheek.
Oh, damn.
so how does he move his? How does he type?
It's eye tracking as well as he flexes his cheek to click.
Yep. Yep.
Oh wow.
All right, hats off to Mr. Hawking. Dr. Hawking. I've never heard him
Yeah,
say-
Mr. Works too. He's still a gentleman.
But, you know, that's why I just thought of it. Nobody ever calls him Dr. Hawking. They just call him
Annoying that he has an American accent.
No, he's
the
not.
computer.
Overbrain.
They offered to upgrade him, and he got to choose who did his voice for Stephen Hawking's Into the Universe. So I mean, clearly he didn't want to go English.
Hmm.
Boo.
Oh, get over it.
Okay, Sid, you like really smart women, right? I mean, they have to have college graduates and be, you know, super
PhD at least.
PhDs. You know, they just can't
That's
come
it?
to you. with high
Well,
school
no, that's not
education.
true. Okay, masters at least. Come on. BA. Okay, BA. High school.
High school. But they got a mouth.
Okay, all right. Middle school. How about that? Is that okay? Middle school?
Creepy.
No, really, I mean, they got to have some sort of force majeure, like, with their mind.
No, they just got to have lots of money.
Money, okay.
Yeah. You know, intelligence and wealth. Oh, does that ever turn me on?
Did you see that the lotto is going to be like 450 million?
No.
Powerball
Uh-uh.
Wednesday. Fuck yeah. I can't wait to win it.
Are you gonna win?
I want
Yeah?
to win it.
Will you buy me Black Forest cake? That'd be delicious.
First thing, you know, when you had that interview, you know, from Leander, Texas, what's the first thing you're going to do? You know, just see if I can turn the whole town LGBT.
Well, first thing I'm gonna do is cash the check, and then I'll probably go spend some of it.
Goodbye, Arkansas, with that.
Tranny dating service in Leander, Texas.
I wonder how much a
Just
state.
donate it to the Pirate Bay guys.
Isn't that supposed to be up soon? The Pirate Bay is supposed to be back
It's
up.
back up.
It
Is
is
it?
back
I
up.
haven't checked.
Yep.
Man, I haven't
I
done
got
that.
The Walking Dead last night. I mean, I didn't download The Walking Dead. I watched it on AMC and recorded it on my DVR. It's okay. I'm in Turkestan after all.
Man, cool. So, Lindsey, are you going to read your poem, please?
Oh, my poem. The no hate one?
Sure.
Okay, I can torture you all in my Lindsay's
I'm gonna
poetry
go
corner.
I'm gonna go get my appetite whetted. Is that correct?
Wet.
Wetted?
That means he has a prostitute.
Okay.
What?
Later.
I love Sid. That was a great face.
Yeah. Fuck you too.
Oh, is that the hate poem?
That's the entire poem. No rhyme.
That's the entire poem, right?
I hope you're laughing and talking with dissipate as you anticipate Lindsay's poem of a rational being with no
Okay,
hate.
everybody please be quiet. She's about to read her poem.
Okay. I wrote this on Sunday, February 8, 2015, titled No Hate. I'm brought to tears that I have seen in the vast nation of the web. I thought we were past all this hate towards us. Boy, was I wrong. Sure, we lesbians don't get much hate as others. Men, ooh, that's sexy, I banged them both. Hate to break it to you, they are lesbians. Look it up. They only like women. Want someone to fuck, go to a bar and pick up the many straight women out there. Don't waste your time on us. Fuck hate of all kinds, mostly homophobia. It's the new age, is it not? Why are we still dwelling on such petty hate such as homophobia? Why must there be tears of P-Flag for the losses of their children? As Chumbawamba said, homophobia is the worst of these. Can't love anyone in times like these. Why not? I hate when you're talking to an uneducated person that they talk about homosexual agenda. What agenda is that? We just want acceptance, the right same as you.
I'm doing gestures for promotion from boys.
Stop it! Was it the black agenda when the black Americans stood up for their rights and marched? But even now in America's known as the first world, blacks face racism. Really? Seriously? Why must there be so much hate towards what is different? We're all the same inside. Why so much hate? Fuck hate. Mother Nature made me this way. She made you the way you are.
Yes.
Be you straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, transsexual, queer, or asexual. I address you haters. I dare you to bring your hate to me and my poetry. Everything you throw at me, I will rebuttal back to you. Nothing will get me down. I have my family and community. I see the straight agenda. You want to cause division within us so we hate each other. It's not going to work because love conquers all. I love myself. I even love haters. I feel pity for their small, tiny minds.
Okay.
Can you not expand and look past it? It's not just love that we have. We would love to share it with you under the rainbow of hope. So will you dance with me now? Dance across the field of joy, away from the hate, and march on courageous ones. Show your pride. We need to do so in this world until everyone is free to love. So I leave you with this. Expand your mind. Love your family. Love a stranger. Because you don't know what is really needed. So what is cast the judgment, start, think, process, and refer to homophobia and reflect. I leave you with this. Peace. Hades, you're a motherfucking dude.
Anyway, it was a good poem. I liked it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I liked it.
I thought it was okay.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I like your bandana too, Lindsay. It's cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Okay, thank you.
That bandana is very rustic.
What?
You know, it would have like really been cool if you would have lifted the bandana over your mouth when you read it. It would have been like underground poem, right?
Underground poetry.
You should have screamed it as well. Just screamed it at the top of your lungs.
Terrorist demands.
Terrorist poem.
Are you still into Islam?
No.
Oh, good.
Das ist good.
No, I changed my mind with Islam.
Good.
When I did when I said to my girlfriend at the time, if I had a choice between Islam and my love for you, I would choose you. And then she said to me, you can be gay and be Muslim, can't you? And I'm like, no,
Nope.
you can't. No, really.
Yeah, no,
not really.
that's a dead end. I'm glad you found your way from that.
Good for you.
See above me. Just, oh.
She's giving you the moose antlers, the moose dance.
Mwah!
Well, is anybody else? Well, do you have any more poetry, please? Because that was pretty good.
Dismay, dismay. How there is May and dismay from ICP.
Does your sister write poetry?
Do you write poetry, Alex?
I could.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
He picked up a bucket.
Stories about him were greatly exaggerated.
Under his arm and into his barn and took his cow and milked it and filled the bucket. I don't know that poem. I know it's supposed to be bad or something.
I don't really have anything really new, except for I wrote one this morning called Payback, and then I wrote the laughter one for Eric that Eric and Jeff have already heard.
Your phone is vibrating.
Interface 19.
Oh, interfaces right now.
Lindsay, what's the one you played to me and Sid?
I played?
The one the poem you said to me and Sid.
Which one?
That's what I'm asking. I don't remember.
You should check out the archives.
Glimmer?
It was about something to do with LGBT thing.
Raise the flag?
Yeah, I think that was it, yeah.
You want me to read that one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Come now, young ones. Gather around.
No one likes Bill O'Reilly.
We are all family here. Brothers and sisters under humanity. Today is a special time to say a tale of one. I'm sorry, is this too loud?
It's too ridiculous.
I can keep going. Hold on. A tale from one or two from the heart. It seems we cannot love anyone these days, especially us gays. Can't you love anyone in times like these?
You skipped stuff.
A revolution needs to happen.
As piss and blood hits the ground, I quote, as piss and blood hits the ground.
You quote, see? You quote.
I'm quoting from the song. You can't love anyone in times like these. A revolution needs to happen. In children, it's you who will lead the plagues, risen as the armies of one will scream and shout and let it all out. How? Shut up! Shut up! Damn you! Oh, motherfucker!
Oh jeez. I'm just trying to read at the same time. Want to do popcorn? Just get everyone to read the poems out with you.
Okay, fine. You're so annoying. It's like to its max.
Okay, I'm giving up. I'm giving up on you. I'll go over here.
Yeah. You go over there. Okay. I'm sorry for that.
Let me see.
Was that part of the poem?
No, it wasn't.
I love you, Eric.
Performance piece or something? I didn't have a grip on my seat, man.
Oh my days.
That was hilarious, Eric.
We just had a sibling rivalry.
Bunto, have you made a poem? Can we hear your poem?
Well, I was actually going through all the stories that I could, this is a live hangout, but I don't think I could read any of my stuff. It just
Come on, Banto.
too explicit. No, seriously.
Come on.
In a private one.
Herb said, "Beam me up."
No, I have to take discretion is a better part of valor. But yeah, in a private hangout one time, I'll read some of my stuff.
I'll hold you to that.
Is it dirty?
Is it dirty? Well, it's explicit.
That's a dirty word.
Doesn't that word mean dirty? People always say, "I know
thing, right?
pornography" when Bunto reads it, right? Okay, well, I mean, let's search for a subject here. Valentine's Day. Are you guys going to celebrate? I'm lining up candidates.
Not sure if I still have a girlfriend, so maybe not. Don't really care.
I just got dumped on Saturday, so no, not
Well,
anymore.
can't you give your mother a gift or something?
Well, her birthday's on Thursday.
Oh, okay, so that's a twofer, huh? Yeah, all right. Well, that's
Me and
nice.
It is your mom, after all. I think 2 gifts are worth it.
Me and my cat are just gonna sit in and eat some food.
You mean troll the internets?
I got Mama a
On
nice
a
gift.
space, penis to the sky.
Yeah. So I bought her a gift, and I'll give her a card. Buy a bucket of chicken too.
Some KFC, because nothing says I love you, baby, like some grease and salt.
Some grease.
You'll get you laid, dude.
Yeah, really. I always remember that.
Chicken, some
Good to
biscuits,
know.
some gravy, corn.
Oh God, that brings back just too many good memories. Well, what are you gonna
And
do?
some terrible ones, because the day after KFC, that corn comes back to haunt you when it's just like, like holy hell! Were there marbles in there?
Oh my God. Oh, lyrics. So what are you gonna do for Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna make my wife a macaroni card and slap her ass. That's about it.
Slap her ass.
I'm gonna note that
Do I-
down.
I've been married a while, so I don't know.
Watch a movie.
Yeah, there you go. We could watch a movie. Maybe my kid will go to bed on time. Maybe that'll work out.
Nothing says I love you like House of 1,000 Corpses.
Does she like Godzilla?
Probably watch Godzilla. No, we'll probably watch some romantic comedy,
Rodan?
giggle, and then
Mothra?
Mothra's pretty good, dude. That's a romantic comedy.
Yeah. Honey, believe me, it's romantic. Masura. Okay, watching a movie,
When
buying
was
a
the last
bucket of
time you,
chicken.
Bunto, when was the last time you actually did something for Valentine's Day? Like you took a woman out. It was a Valentine's event thing.
Well,
When was the last time
Why
you
would
did
you
that?
ever
Well,
want
they
to
never
do
found her
something
body
like
out in
that?
the forest, but
Yeah, why would you ever want to do something like that? That sounds so strange.
peer pressure.
Yep.
My neighbors forced me to do it.
Because we don't really do it. I mean, we
And those
celebrate it.
neighbors.
they all teamed up and put an ad in the paper. Hey, Bunto, ask somebody out, bitch.
I think Valentine's Day is for couples. I don't know. When I was single and Valentine's Day happened, it just reminded me of how shitty I was because I was single. Because the whole point of it was to be
I don't
in
know.
love.
I'm probably a weird one, but I love being single. I hate being tied down.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's like a
I'm
buttload of
kind of
women.
with you on that one these days.
There's always like a buttload of women at the gym, and they're always looking at me, so I got to do something, bust a move. What game is that?
Don't bust a hip. It's Kerbin Space Program, sir.
Kerbal.
Pure rocket science.
Wow.
Oh, what did I say, Kerbin?
Kerbin, yeah.
Trying to get out of Kerbin's atmosphere.
Turban,
Wow.
space program.
Turban.
It's turban.
Look here,
Well,
there.
you know,
Not just a guy.
Don't you guys think it's like, just nice to be good to a woman? Treat her nice on Valentine's Day?
Dinos.
Can't be nice just on Valentine's Day. Be nice to everybody.
They should make a day where you
Just one day out of the year.
don't
Come on,
have
let's not
to be
stretch it.
Instead of Valentine's Day, they should make like say whatever the fuck you want day, so that the entire rest of the year it could be Valentine's Day, but on that one particular day you can just let it all out. Fuck it, you know. That'd
Just
be a way better
unload.
day.
Could you imagine the divorce rate for that day?
We should have like a national say whatever the fuck you want day.
National.
Just for everyone. Just say whatever you
International
want
say.
to. Just say whatever you want to whoever you see, like just randomly across the street, you know. And
Oh my God. Texas, they're armed.
What the hell's that supposed to mean, boy?
That's an absolute cool rocket.
I know, isn't it? And
That is
especially with
cool.
unlimited fuel on, it makes life great.
I've heard a lot of good stories about this program, the Kerbal Space Program.
Oh, it's amazing. Totally worth the $30.
Oh, you had to pay for that? Okay.
You buy it.
Yeah,
You can buy it
have
off
to pay-
Steam.
Usually you pay for most things there, Bunto.
I know. I was like,
You could probably get it illegally, but I like to support stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly. Especially an indie developer like that, because I think that was written by like a couple of guys.
well, okay,
Yeah.
how about this? You download the game and then you play it, and if you like it, then you go buy it. Because there's like so
Sure,
many
go
sucky
nuts.
games. There's sucky
But
games, man.
this, a game with as many videos that this thing has, and the dynamics of it, it's amazing.
I've never seen
I
it
haven't
before.
even
It's cool.
breached into space yet. Wait till I breach into space, and you'll really like it.
So how far can you go? Like our solar system, or just to the moon, or what?
I can. I can do about that, and I have a probe that's a big number away of miles. Yeah, like in the trillions of miles away right now.
Okay, can it even see the Earth? I mean, that probe way out there?
No,
It's like almost a light year away.
I can't
right?
switch because I'm still in the atmosphere. I'll show you in a
Nowhere
second,
close
though.
to Lightyear.
No,
how much
nowhere
is a light
near.
year?
Yeah, Lightyear is very, very far.
600 trillion and some.
Something like that, yeah.
1 second. How far is a light year? I should know this. I used to know that just off the top of my head. It is a big number. Why didn't you give me it in miles, you dicks? Miles.
Because metrics. Yeah.
5.878499812 times 10 to the 12th power miles. So a whole bunch.
What does the sun look like? Like a dime, or even smaller?
Oh, it's not even visible.
Sun right now, let me find it.
Because think about it, it takes about 8 minutes at light speed to go from the sun to the Earth, right?
Wow.
So the sun
Yeah.
is eight light minutes away from the Earth.
So a whole year would be like,
And 47 minutes to get across our solar system.
Yeah.
wow, cool. So does this game have expansion packs and all that?
Tons, man. Tons. They have interstellar mods and expansions and all that. They have Star Trek expansions, like, you name it. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to unlock nuclear technology.
Nuclear powered
Okay, so it
rockets.
has a tech tree.
What kind of engine are you using right now?
A cheat engine, but it's shit because it doesn't want to go anywhere. It is a LVT-30 liquid fuel engine. And I'm descending instead of ascending. What the fuck? Go north, space penis!
It's quite phallic.
It also bites, too. It has some really awesome landing legs. Did I put fucking lights on this shit? God damn it, I'm going to Mimnus with no lights? Well, this is going to be interesting.
I like that ring in the middle.
That's a stabilization ring. I have another one right below it.
So where'd you buy this game from? Steam?
Yeah, I got it off of Steam. I was going to buy it off of eBay, but then it'd have been a pain in the ass getting the proxies and all that bullshit.
eBay. You know that there's actually an eBay that uses Dogecoins. It's called Shibay.
Huh. Space penis to the sky. But when you're not cheating, this game is very, very difficult and very, very thought processing.
Mm.
There's the sun. You can get really close to it before you explode, I found out.
Space penis in the sky.
We should write that song.
That's
Yeah.
Elton John, is it?
We need a space
got in there?
penis in the
Just
sky.
put it to some like shitty dubstep or something. Womp 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 womp. Space penis in the sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great hat.
Some
Love
laboratory
that
stuff
hat.
you do with monkeys and
Lindsey.
shit. What do you got going on in that rocket, dude? What's in
Monkeys
there?
and shit.
All right, Lindsey.
What do you mean what's in there? There's one Kerbin and a bunch of science stuff, the fuel tanks.
Can you pick like the different types of like laboratories you have and stuff like that?
Once you
How-
unlock them, yeah.
How involved does it get?
Very fucking involved. Like hours building a ship sometimes.
Oh, really?
Oh, look, breaking into space. There's the Milky Way. Oh. Flying right into the arm of the spiral galaxy.
You're in the arm. Dun dun dun.
Yes, clearly. Smart ass. Lunches seem to take forever when I'm on a hangout, not long at all whenever I'm just playing.
Well, can't you go warp speed?
I could, but physics is a bitch. And I'm cheating, so.
Oh yeah, doesn't the physics like mess up when you go faster?
Especially in an atmosphere. You're okay once you're in
man.
space for the most part. But the giant starfish earlier, yeah, physics
was
just
so-
ate that thing.
Even though
As
it had
soon as it
infinite
reached the
strength.
atmosphere, just done. Pardon?
Oh, as soon as it breached it?
Yeah, as soon as it breached the atmosphere, it was just done.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's
And
that
there's no
meter?
re-entry damage yet.
Okay, I
Pardon?
see. The meter is the height, right? The one that right.
Yeah, the top meter is the height, and the bottom one's a navigation ball.
Okay.
You want to
Does
get
that-
a kid interested in science? Get them this.
Yeah, really. I mean, does that rocket have a nationality, or they don't even worry about that?
They're Kerbins. The entire planet is just a race of little green midget beings.
Okay, so just one.
Yeah. Am I out of the atmosphere yet? Am I in orbit yet? No, that's a deadly orbit. We don't want that deadly orbit.
That's a good game. Well, guys, I'll take off. I'll be right back. I'll see.
It's good seeing you,
Check
Bunko.
out-
Okay, bring us ice cream.
Oh, you got it. Take care. Nice game.
Bye for now. Space midgets. in the
No,
sky.
Bunto left.
Oh no.
Jeff, are you still here?
Yes.
Jeff?
Jeff.
Lyrics left. Eric? Aces?
Guy.
Yeah, I'm
Hades?
still here.
Huh?
I might have
Okay.
to get out soon though.
Asus. Good old Asus.
Good
Focus,
old
fuck.
baby face Aces.
Whoa! Oh, careful! Ah!
Oh, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. Don't worry. I'm just rounding out the orbit a little bit more, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh, cause you're actually in that isn't even an orbital trajectory yet. You're actually gonna get out of the gravity well, right?
Exactly.
Right. So you want to get into an orbit.
And I just hit my parachutes, but luckily I'm not going anywhere with an atmosphere.
So is there like an autopilot, kind of?
No. Well, there is, kind of. You can do maneuver nodes and all that and use these right down here to, like, give them specific jobs.
Oh man, that is a crazy orbit.
I haven't mastered getting circular orbits. I've gotten one so far and most people do it just taking off, but for me, yeah. Working on it.
Difficult.
It is difficult to get into a circular orbit. Almost to 100 miles.
Welcome,
Come
Ruben, my
on.
little typing warrior. You, my text board warrior.
Huh?
Shalom.
Shalom. Shellac. Cheville.
I'll be right back.
No, you won't.
Yay, Will.
People are always leaving.
They'll be back.
Hey, Lyrics, do me a favor. Send me a picture, or send me an email with that picture that you have there with your hair.
With his hair.
The one without the big twigs and berries and stuff in it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
I had an idea. I don't know if I can do it, but I have an idea where like we get like Nadia's face coming out in an animation. I think that'd be hilarious. Might be too big though. I sent you a link earlier with like I have no problem with you taking that thing off as your profile pic. I didn't actually intend you to use it as your profile pic. I just kind of wanted to see if you liked it and see what, you know what I mean. But
It was good. It's just I couldn't use it because the file is so big.
right. So I was thinking more along the lines of if you wanted to like slap it on a video, like of a song you do. I don't know.
Yeah.
And along those lines, what I did was I put that 5-second whatever lyrics of dust, and then it wipes to white, and then in the same like silver and turquoise, I wrote singularity. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay.
Ah. 100,086 282 miles per second to reach light speed. Ha. I'm at 36. Still got a ways to go.
Eric, did you get that picture I uploaded of the pillow?
Yeah, it's out of focus though, Lindsay. But we can use it if you want
I'm
it. You want to use
sorry,
it?
my hand shakes.
That's okay. We'll put it. We can make. I can use it if you want to use it.
No, it's okay.
Let me mess with it. I'll mess with it because yeah, it's cool. It's a really neat photo actually.
Well, I think I'm gonna close this room.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take it offline, anyways.